discuss about reticulocyte. We'll discuss about reticulocyte count in this video. So what are reticulocytes? Before going to that, you need to understand that in normal erythroid series, when we are seeing erythropoiesis, so in the bone marrow, we mostly have nucleated RBCs. Okay, we should not say nucleated RBC, we have nucleated forms which are immature forms. And in the peripheral blood smear, if you see, we have non-nucleated RBCs, that are the mature RBCs. They are non-nucleated and they are mature RBCs. Reticulocytes come in between these two. Okay, so reticulocytes actually they are immature, they are not mature, they are non-nucleated like mature RBC. But how do they differ from a normal mature RBC is that they contain RNA and they contain ribosomes. So this is the feature of reticulocytes. The word reticulocyte actually means retic and cyte. Cyte stands for cells. Retic stands for a meshwork, a net. So a net like substance seen in a cell is a reticulocyte. So we'll see how this fits into the nomenclature of reticulocyte. Now going to firstly little bit about the erythropoiesis, how it is taking place in the bone marrow. So as you know, hematopoiesis takes place in the bone marrow and then the cells are poured out into the peripheral blood smear. So you have firstly the pro-normoblast, that is the pro-erythroblast, that is the earliest form of erythroid series. Then you have early normoblast, intermediate, late. And then comes the reticulocytes which have RNA and ribosomes inside of it. And then you have mature RBC. So what happens is that around in hemoglobinization, 65% of hemoglobinization is taking place during the normoblast stage. Okay, you have in the intermediate stage, in the late stage, the main hemoglobinization is taking place, and rest 35% takes place during your reticulocyte stage. So this is the purpose of reticulocyte also, to complete the hemoglobinization. There is a tinge, reticulocytes can be seen on Leishman stain, that is the routine stain, and on specialized stain. So on Leishman stain, which is done to see all normal CBC, PBFs which we see routinely, which is practiced. So there these cells are described as polychromatophilic erythrocyte. So if you see this picture, this is a Leishman stain smear. So what are you seeing over here? There are RBCs. These are the normal RBCs, the mature RBCs. So over here you can see this is another RBC, is slightly larger in the size and has a bluish tinge to it. So this, if we do a special stain on it, so it will be actually a reticulocyte. So it is also known as polychromatophilic erythrocyte. So polychromatophilic means having different colors. So it has a color shift to it. This is actually reticulocyte which we see on specialized stain. On methylene blue we will see and study how the procedure of methylene blue staining is done. So methylene blue gives this network. You can see a meshwork inside a cell. Okay, you can see inside these cells the meshwork is present. So therefore the name reticulocyte, and this is actually your retic. Okay, now going to the methods of estimation. To estimate the reticulocyte, you can do automated methods and manual methods. Automated cell counters do have a reagent inside of them that can stain especially retics and get a count of it. Manual methods can be used like supravital stain, fluorescence method, Miller ocular method. We will study about the supravital stain method. So Before going to the method, actually why we need to count retic, okay, we are doing CBC, we are doing peripheral blood smear, why we need to count especially the reticulocytes. So it is a just a window to the bone marrow. Okay, so if you want do not want to do bone marrow of a person, but you want to see how the bone marrow is doing, you can do reticulocyte count. So it is a basic workup in all type of anemias. Then to see monitoring of the treatment, if a patient is of anemia and you have given iron to it, iron to him or she, we are given vitamin B12. So if the retic count is increasing, that means the bone marrow is responding to the treatment, and therefore the patient is responding to the treatment. So reticulocyte count within a week is done of iron or vitamin B12 replacement, and monitoring after any transplantation like stem cell transplantation, in that also retic is used. So it's a basic test in all type of anemias mainly. Now going to how we do it. So we do a method, supravital stain method. So what does a supravital word means? That means that we are coloring the cell in vitro. Okay, so whenever we are doing Leishman staining, okay, I'll take the example of Leishman staining. So we are making a smear, making the cells die, and then we are staining it. Here we are staining the living cells. Okay, we take a test tube, put some amount of blood inside, and then we put methylene blue. So this stain is actually staining the cells while they are living. So the supravital stains are used for coloring RNA in living cells in vitro. And the example of supravital stains is methylene blue, is brilliant crescile blue. These are the two stains should know about, methylene blue and brilliant crescile blue. Now, depending upon the reticulocyte stage, the retic can differ in appearance. So, if we can see, if you see over here, this is the first stage of retic. This is the immature, the most immature reticulocyte. So, here you can see there are dense clumps present. The bluish material which is present is in dense clump. So this is the most immature form of our reticulocyte. So if we go, so in the stage 1 there will be dense clots present. Stage 2 you will see loosely arranged reticulum. Then stage 3 diffusely arranged reticulum, and some scattered granulae in the stage 4. So if this is the stage 1 in which the dense clumps are present, so this is the stage 4 in which most mature reticulocytes are seen, where you only see the dots. Okay, so this is the most mature form of reticulocyte. So these all were reticulocytes and will be counted whenever we are giving reticulocyte count to the patient. So what is the principle of reticulocyte staining? So what happens is that the stain, that is the methylene blue, they make a complex with RNA, and that complex, the diribonucleoprotein complex, that is seen. And the younger reticulocytes will have more of material inside of them, and the older, that is the more mature, will have just dot-like inclusions, as we already discussed. Then going to the normal retic count. Normal retic count varies from adult to newborn. Okay, in adult till 2.5% it is normal, from 0.5 to 2.5%. Newborns it's slightly higher, 2.5 to 6.5%, but after month or so it comes close to a normal adult only. Now the procedure, how we follow the stain, supravital stain, we put 3 drops of each reagent, that is your methylene blue, and blood, and now this tube is incubated in an incubator for around 15 minutes or 30 minutes also sometimes. Then you take a drop out of it and make wedge smears, and then this can be seen under oil immersion lens, that is the 100x of the microscope. You can see it and you will see the reticulocytes, and then reticulocytes should be counted for 1000 RPCs. Now what is the method of expression of reticulocyte? It is percentage. So this was the reticulocyte count. Now you can also, patient can also ask for absolute reticulocyte count. In this, we just multiply the reticulocytes with the erythrocyte count to take the actual number of the reticulocytes. There's one more terminology which is talked about, that is reticulocyte production index or corrected reticulocyte count. So in a patient who is very anemic, we want to give a corrected reticulocyte count, because most of the RBCs, more of the reticulocytes from the bone marrow are pushed to the peripheral smear. Okay, it is not actual increase in reticulocytes, it is just a shift reticulocytosis. So here we give corrected retic count, in which we multiply it with the patient's hematocrit and divide it by the normal hematocrit. So reticulocyte count along with will multiply with the hematocrit of the patient divided by the hematocrit of the normal person for that age and sex. So then now we can have two options when the reticulocyte count has come. The reticulocyte count can be higher or it can be lower. Okay. So if a patient has a higher reticulocyte count, so if you see a patient having 10% of reticulocyte count, so this can be after because of hemolytic anemia. So what is happening in hemolytic anemia? The RBCs, they are dying inside the body. Okay. They are killed by the reticuloendothelial cell system. So what will happen? The bone marrow will activate itself and will form more of RBCs, and therefore the retic count will be higher in that patients. So sickle cell anemia patient, thalassemia patient have a higher retic count. Then acute hemorrhagic conditions, same process. Hemorrhage has taken place, the body tries to replace the blood. So third, after the therapy, so if the patient is of iron deficiency anemia, is taking iron, if it's of megaloblastic anemia, is on B12 supplements, so their patient, if responding, they will have higher reticulocyte count. Now what are the causes of low reticulocyte count? Now low reticulocyte count will happen only when the bone marrow is not functioning properly. Okay, is depressed. So in all aplasias, so aplastic anemia, pure red cell aplasia, Fanconi's anemia, aplastic crisis due to parvovirus, even bone marrow suppression which happens after chemotherapy a patient is taking, so this all will lead to low reticulocyte count. Even when there is lots and there is very much of iron deficiency anemia and vitamin B12 deficiency, then also the retic count falls. So what is the other methods which can be used spite of your manual methods? We had manual methods in which we were doing supravital staining. We can also, there is fluorescence method also present. So this is done using the fluorescence microscopy, and the dye which is used is acridine orange. Then automated reticulocytes can also be done. So in certain Beckman Coulter machine, you have traditional methylene blue method. In Sysmex, you have Auramine O method. So these are also used in the automation. So this was all about the reticulocyte count. Do ask your queries in the comment box. You can ask about the queries. You can tell me about the new topics you want me to cover. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.